Hi, this is John of Trish and John's Gardening Channel. Today is August 28th, 2015. It's a Friday. It's a beautiful, beautiful day in the garden. 78 degrees, sunny, no humidity at all. I actually took today off as a vacation day from work to take advantage of this weather and come up to the garden and do some fall cleanup and getting ready for our fall crops that we're going to be planting. So first thing I wanted to show you here is the holes in the ground here. Now what we did here, you can see one there, and one there right behind the shovel. Now what used to be there are tomato plants, and we relocated the grow pots where you see here in the corner of the garden. Those tomato plants were done for the season, and we're going to reuse the grow pots for planting some of our fall crops. Now I like using the grow pots, especially in the fall, because last year we planted directly in the ground and we had a lot of varmints come in and decimate much of our fall crop last year. So I'm hoping by using these grow pots we can go ahead and avoid that. They really don't want to come in here and be climbing the sides of these pots. So I think we're going to have good luck with actually having a crop that doesn't get eaten this year. So at least that's the plan. So first thing we planted, now today's Friday, we planted on Sunday. We seeded these on Sunday, Trish and I, and already you can see here this is growing. We're really happy. Much of what we planted on Sunday, again, what, 5 days ago, has started to grow. So we're really happy about that. Got a good jump to the fall season. This happens to be arugula. We've got some kale here. This is a Tuscan kale, dinosaur type kale. Again, this has come up in the back there. We've got another one in the center shot. That's also kale. We've got some lettuce. This is coming up. We've got to do a little bit of cleanup here, but lettuce is coming up. Happy about that. We've got our peas. Now we got some coming up here and here and here. So we expect a lot here out of our peas, and these is a good, peas are a good fall crop to grow. A lot of people don't think about peas in the fall, but you can really get a good crop. They love the cool weather, and they can take a frost, a light frost anyway. So we don't expect frost here in New England for 8-10 weeks, but we'll be able to get our peas going. And if we did have an early frost, we could be assured that most of the crops that we've grown here in these grow pots would survive it. So spinach, not surprised these haven't come up yet. These take about 2 to 3 weeks to propagate. And our beets, you can see there, these are coming up. Hopefully you can see that. So we're happy about that. Another week or so I'll do some thinning there. So let me give you a quick rundown of the garden. Okay, we've got our Swiss chard. Now this looks a little bit ratty here. Our Swiss chard, we've been picking off of this now in the last week or so. It's doing quite well. I just threw this in the ground. I'm happy with this Swiss chard. Fantastic. We actually use that for salad, and again I juice with this as well. So we get a lot of use out of that. Our eggplants are coming up, starting to get larger here, even the ones in the front. If you remember my videos in the past, these two in the front were lagging behind, but lo and behold, they're starting to actually bear fruit, and they're getting larger. So you got to be patient. I was going to pull these out early in the season. I'm glad I didn't, because here they are coming back, and I'm sure we're going to be getting some good fruit off of there. You can see flowers all over these plants over there as well. So very happy about that. You can see there in the background right there, more eggplant and more eggplant here. Now these are probably around 3.5 feet tall, these larger ones in the back. So these will grow. These will continue to grow until it gets really colder nights, which won't be until probably end of September, maybe early October. So we'll still be getting eggplant off of those for quite some time. You've got our peppers. Now these peppers are starting to really come out. Peppers, at least in my opinion, here in New England, they tend to back off in the summer. In the heat of the summer with the humidity, they slow down. You don't get a lot of growth. Get a little bit disappointed in what's going on, but then the weather starts cooling down, and all of a sudden they just start popping. They start sending off fruit like crazy. Now these Here are Anaheims. This is at least 3 foot tall. This plant you could see covered with Anaheim peppers there. Got to do a little bit of picking this weekend. This is a mini bell pepper right there. This plant here, I just want to show you this plant. If you could see all the peppers in there, I was a little bit disappointed in this plant earlier in the season. It just was sitting there. I had 1 or 2, 3, little peppers, but all of a sudden this plant has taken off and I've got a lot of growth, and so I'm happy about that. We'll be able to actually pick a bunch of these pretty soon, another week or 2. But again, you got to be patient, because I was ready to give up on those, but as soon as the fall comes, they tend to have a second life. Same thing here with our Chinese 5-color peppers. Now these are 3.5, almost 4 feet tall, and I'm standing up, and this is more than waist high. And if you could see here, hopefully you could see that, we've got a bunch of peppers here. Now these just took off over the last week or so. You can see there, hopefully these come out in the picture, but bunch of peppers now. All of a sudden, we had a small crop early in the year, and then these came back with a vengeance, and we're going to be having all kinds of peppers here, and these will probably ripen up in about 2 to 3 weeks. So mid-September, late September, we're going to have a bunch of peppers to go ahead and pick. Those are really, really hot and spicy, which we like. So now we've got our kale growing here. Looks a little beat up, but still going strong. We've had this kale going for really all season now, and I come up here once a week. We cut it back. Again, I juice with this mainly, and it's still growing. So we've got more, as you saw earlier, in the grow pots that we're going to grow for the fall. But even the one that we planted early in the summer, we've we got some luck there. So you got our squash here. You can see a couple there. Still going strong. The one in the back there's actually 2 plants. This squash plant in the back is not doing as good. We may need to pull this one out. We've got some tomatoes here on our, I believe, I mentioned this in the last video, I believe that these are Maxifort rootstock tomatoes. These are really not edible. I'm going to be cutting this plant back, but I'm just curious to see how they grow. And I've been cutting this plant. I actually cut it earlier today. This thing just continues to grow. This thing, if I let it go without cutting it, this would easily be 8 feet tall or more. And it's been falling over. I've been trying to stake that guy as much as possible. So the other plant here is the Sun Gold tomatoes. These are just growing like crazy. I come in here every week, probably twice a week, and we've been just picking these off as much as we can, bowlfuls and bowlfuls. I bring these to work, and the guys in work love these things. So as far as giving them away to family all summer long, we've just been bringing these in and sharing them, because you really can't eat these all by yourself. We've got 4 plants here, and they just produce so much that you wouldn't be able to actually eat all that on your own unless you freeze it and whatnot. But we like to eat those fresh. So here is the San Marzano, still going strong. Trish has made some sauce with these, with the eggplant. I'll see if I can cut that picture in. The eggplant Parmesan, fantastic. Fresh Marzano sauce with the fresh eggplant, really fantastic. This is a gold medal. This one did quite well. This gold medal here, you can see good size here. Let me get you in the center shot there. Good size here. There's another one here. That's a gold medal as well. A couple in the back. So this gold medal, even though it wasn't grafted, let me show you some on the bottom here. Even though this wasn't grafted, it's done very well for us. So I like the grafting process. It seems to definitely have given us a much stronger plant. But an ungrafted Amana orange as comparison is, I would say, as good as far as giving fruit. Maybe the fruit on the grafted one is a little bit bigger, I believe, but as far as quality, you really can't tell the difference. So again, this is our red Brandywine tomato. We'll be able to pick that in a day or so. This one here is also a red Brandywine. Again, good size. Actually, here, got 1, 2, and 1, 2. This plant is pretty much done after that. You can see I've cut back most of the leaves. We had some blight on there. Little one here. And the last one here, I believe this is a Cherokee Purple. This is kind of a rogue plant. I just threw this one in. I wasn't sure actually even what this plant was. But I believe that is a Cherokee Purple, which I was happy about, because some of my other Cherokee Purples on the other side of the garden had a wilt condition and didn't do so well. So I was happy that I planted this one here in order to get some Cherokee Purples. I did get a couple earlier on some other plants, but again, this is kind of late in the season for these, so I'm happy that I'm still getting tomatoes off of this plant. So let me swing around. Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please like us on YouTube and Google+. That would be excellent. We appreciate the support. And again, that's it for today. I hope you have a really nice day, and we'll be bringing you some videos, in the coming weeks, and letting you know how our fall crop is making out. And we'll go from there. So have a really nice day. Hope you enjoy it, and we'll be talking to you guys very soon. Cheers.